Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron IV Kaiserreich Greece. Let us continue on from last that's off. So, we are preparing our invasion of Turkey. 17 days. Turkey put a lot of troops on this border. They might kill Georgia right away. That's fine. Like, again, this whole front merely exists so that Turkey has less troops over here. Which they have, for some reason, taken all their men away, mostly. They got like some cavalry divisions here, but nothing too crazy. This is plains. You're actually just going to leave here entirely, huh? Well, if they're going to do that, that works out well for us. Yes. The monarchist question. I don't see any reason to purge them. The question is settled. I mean, we get 50 political power, but our stability is already like pretty bad. I'm going to sacrifice the stability. We're already at negative 247 political power. It's not going to change too much. Political power gain goes up. Right now we're gaining 0.58 because we're not taking a -1 from doing a focus. 100 political power. You know what? Let's do some political liberties. Yeah, the cavalry divisions are... This is actually going to work out beautifully. We're going to be in a fantastic position. Turkey doesn't know what's about to hit them. For sure. Let's put everybody on the invasion plan. That should work out in 1 more week. And then the Turkish AI will realize maybe we shouldn't have moved all our troops off the front line. Oh, Armenia is also in the faction now. Let's see what Azerbaijan's going to do. They're either going to join the faction or Russia's going to invade them. I'm not too sure. Are they puppet states or are they just... Yeah, they are puppets. Yes, we got light tank 1. Immediately go into light tank 2. So do something like that. Yeah, you guys are going to launch an invasion immediately. And, yeah. Russia, I need you to join the war. You would accept. That means it's probably going to call in your puppet states here. I can't call them in because they are Russian puppets. Serbia has joined the war. And I believe this war should be pretty swift. We got Albania in. Doesn't actually make too much of a difference, but... Let's go straight to Constantinople. You guys are now here. Of course, your battle plan is, hey, march towards here. Works out pretty well, I would say. Yeah, so do something like this. Constantinople is about to fall. Of course, we're not going to stop until we puppet the entire country. For obvious reasons. Okay, now please stay here. You guys shift your front over there as well. There we go. So we already got them down to 64%. Without too much have actually happened. 5,000 dead, 700 dead on our side. This is probably going to end up being a pretty quick war. You can see Turkey did move a lot of troops off this border once they realized, hey, maybe we should stop this invasion that is clearly happening. At some point, these front lines will be able to unify. Okay, let's take over this port. Maybe we can get some more Russian troops to move in. I'm not too sure how much, if any, Russian troops are actually going to be showing up in this area. I mean, okay, no, they are definitely sending troops down now. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So the naval invasion probably was not necessary. But it still worked out pretty okay. And then you guys can go down 2 roads. As soon as this area is crushed, these 3 divisions will just move your way straight over here. So do something like that. Yeah, you've now all been reassigned here. Let's unify this front line up. As soon as this is done, those are Georgian ships. That is okay. Alsace ultimatum. So Russia, or not Russia, Germany and the French are going to be going to war pretty soon here. I don't know if this front line will actually be... Probably, it might be too large actually for 18 divisions. I'm not too sure. We not actually not have enough naval superiority here? Apparently not. But I'm sure we're actually okay. I believe he's going to war in Chile. So everybody's going to war in Chile. They're not very popular at the moment. Denmark's showing the Reichsmacht. Russia, how are you guys doing, by the way? You are pushing your way in, which is lovely. So is this line too long? No, so we should actually have troops that can actually fit in all of this territory. Yes, we're going to keep on slightly pushing. If we can push, we will. Of course, what we can do is we can just kind of wait until Russia gets a pretty big foothold here. Yeah. War in Italy is going to be heating up a little bit more. So we can actually take Ankara now. Where's all our fuel going? Probably towards the Navy, right? Yeah. So, you know what? If we don't have naval superiority here anyways, don't even do anything. I know taking Ankara is not just going to immediately end the war, unfortunately. I mean, it's going to get us pretty close. What's the recurrent capital? Trebizond, which actually is pretty close to the Russian lines. We'll send this cavalry division down towards the south. But aside from that, right now, I mean, the war is definitely won. It's already over. It's done. Okay, let's take over these ports. So the AI does not want to make their way over here. Who's moving? Something simple like that. Yes, something like that. Then we can stretch that out. Okay, is that Chile losing? I wouldn't be surprised if Chile's already lost their war. Oh, no, wait, no. Denmark has ended hostilities because they are social democratic. Does that make sense? How's this war going? France has already lost Calais. Okay, so no, I thought it'd be going much easier for them, but apparently the answer to the question is no. But I wouldn't be surprised as soon as we're done our war if Russia just invades Germany. But New England has capitulated. So I'm thinking the Entente's probably not in the best spot then. Yeah, thankfully, you guys have been doing pretty good work here. Russia's sending in some troops, but that's worth 2. You're worth 5. Is there anything actually 4? Make your way down to here. Make a detour in Savas first. You guys are basically dead. Looks like we can do something simple like that. I think the Russian AI is going to still try to clean this territory up. The AI likes to do that, even if it's really not necessary. In fact, just taking Trebizond, Savas actually might have just ended the war. Yeah, so the war is over. So we lost 13,000 compared to 58,000 for Turkey. Honestly, not too bad. Got a bunch of equipment out of it. And we just got some political liberties. So, of course, we are taking over the territories in which we actually have claims on. Rhodes and Cyprus. We'll end that first turn. After that, Armenia will have 1 territory. Georgia will have 1 territory. And then I'm just going to take the rest, and we'll just kind of release an independent Turkey. Not an independent Turkey, obviously. A Turkey in which we control. Obviously. So, I think you really need to be on the Bulgarian border. Ready to push your way up north. Just in case, of course. We got some planes and reserves. 22,000 rifles. Lovely. Well, the formation of a new Turkish Republic. I'm assuming this is going to give them all the territory that, yeah, we don't actually have any claims on. War propaganda. Okay, we need political power, which we don't have, and we probably won't have for a while. And we actually, what we need to do is, you know, Austria, it's nice knowing you, but we probably need to root out suppression within our own territory. So did we actually find any information? The answer is not really. Not about their army. We know a lot about their navy. Not a lot about their air force, but we know they have a pretty strong civilian economy. 52 military. So they are strong. For sure. Which does present itself with some challenges. Bulgaria, they do have a lot of men, which is worrying. But if you look at this the Russian alliance map mode, it's looking pretty okay, I think, all things considered. But you guys still do not. We lose some stability, 50 political power, but we'll move our capital to Constantinople, which should, I believe, instantly make it into a core, right? No, it's actually still considered an occupied state, even though it actually has our capital in it. Okay, I mean, that's fine. So you declare war on Azerbaijan. Not before removing your entire armed forces out of the region. I mean, I'll agree to the call to arms, even though I'm definitely not going to be doing anything there. Call everybody in. I can't imagine Azerbaijan's going to be lasting too much longer here. And actually, now we have a nice little puppet state. You don't have any steel? Really? What do you have? You have a bunch of chromium? That doesn't help me at all. I already had a bunch of chromium. Okay, so Turkey has not done anything to help us out here, unfortunately. Thing is, well, we need to definitely protect the Bulgarian border. We need to worry about Romania. We need to worry about Austria as well. There's a lot of things we actually have to worry about, which is worrying for us, obviously. But I do believe soon, probably after Azerbaijan's been annexed, an invasion of Germany and its little puppet states, definitely not out of the question. Yeah, location cities have joined the Japanese. Does not matter in the slightest. So how's the CSA actually doing here? They're doing pretty well, I would say. They're probably going to beat the Canadians. That wouldn't surprise me. If anything, I'm surprised the American Union State is still in the war. But I think as soon as they lose Miami or probably like Dallas, they'll probably just give up. Which I think guarantees CSA victory. I don't think anybody could stop them at that point. Especially not a Canada led by the AI. They have no chance in hell. So what can we do at this particular moment? Answers, I'm not too sure. Okay, Azerbaijan's been annexed. Not a surprise. We're going to give it to the Russians. So Russians have that. What are they going to do with it? Probably just keep it. I don't know if they're going to release it as a puppet state. Yeah, they're going to immediately move all their troops back onto the border with the Xinjiang clique. Even though I'm pretty sure there's no way that they can go to war with each other. Or if there is a way, it's probably very unlikely to happen. Yeah, Turkey's really just been having a bad time recently, haven't they? Yeah, so we got two Sicilies here. I mean, they're at war with each other, but they're not really doing too much. So Russia, are you going to attack the Germans? Yes. And this is also it's a fast one, right? It's only like 28 days. Yeah, 28 days. So how is this going to play out? I'm not too sure. I think Russia is going to attack Estonia, Latvia first, take those over, because there's basically nobody to stop you. And then maybe attack. No, they actually cannot join the oddly enough, yeah, no, they can't actually join up with the International because they're at war. So Russia probably is going to take over Estonia, Latvia. At least this is what I would do if I was the AI. Take over this territory. It's free territory. Boom, bada bing. After that, send your entire army to the Ukrainian border. While Ukraine's busy fighting this war, smash your way through. Or, I mean, it's either that, or you attack Germany and have Romania, or have Ukraine as an ally until the war's over, and then you attack Ukraine. I think both of those seem like pretty valid strategies. You know, probably keeping Ukraine alive is probably the best bet. We're going to research the nuclear stuff. Just for the research bonus, I really don't believe we're going to be getting nukes at all this campaign. Let's just say, if we got nukes, I would be very surprised that we were getting nukes. We do need political power. Colombia trying to... What faction is that one? So, the Latin American socialists are at war with the International, who's also at war with the Reichspakt. I mean, it's a very weird situation. But we'll see how that goes. Are you part of the... You're not part of any faction. But I wouldn't be surprised if you do join up with the Entente at some point. I think France is going to lose. So Russia probably actually does want to attack Germany first, just because it needs some ally. having Ukraine and France be those allies, I think, makes a lot of sense. But I believe that also immediately calls in the Austrians, which is bad news for us. Which means I want to take Albania's only division, put in the highest defense general we have on this border, send 1 extra infantry there. But Serbia actually has a lot of undefended border. They only have 15 divisions. I only have 19, but that's because they took one from the Albanians. So we are in like a troubled position. So I'm not too sure exactly what the right play is. So what do we want to do now? I think what we're going to do first is get a Greece as whole. 10% stability is not bad. 10% stability would get us at least up to 50, which is going to reduce resistance. It'd also make us slightly more popular. Gives us more political power gain. You know what? Greece as whole. 56 points there. France declared war on the Dutch. Just because, I guess. I think it's the, like, around Maginot or whatever they call it. Around Ludendorff in this case. Even though they didn't break through Wallonia at all, so it makes no sense to do the focus. But you know what, AI? You do you. Yes, we're still missing a lot of tanks here. But that's not a huge surprise. So. Bulgaria has like a lot of men. They really rebuilt after the first war, huh? Built up a little bit too quickly, if you ask me. I would have preferred this whole situation to have not happened. But Russia does have their stuff done. So you are the spy master. Not a huge surprise that Russia would want to have that done. How is the suppression going? Hopefully decently enough. 12%, you know what, that's not too bad. But it would be nicer, of course, if they were cores of ours. Let's go with you, and then after that, let's go for an anti-tank. That might prove to be a little bit better for us. Let's just get all this stuff ready. Our Air Force, of course, isn't like that large. But it's definitely bigger than the Bulgarians and the Romanians. And about on par with Austria as well. So, could be significantly worse. But, I think it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So, thanks everybody for watching. My Anthem. If you enjoyed, remember thumbs up. Not enjoy, throw you some down. If you want to see more, subscribe. And goodbye.